body. And we're going to start at the top of the mat. And here we're going to work through our feet to get the feet moving. So just coming into the toes, come off the heels, and then come back and forward. So just moving your knees, bending them in, and coming a little lower. Just move through the ankles and take it step by step. And as you come forward, squeeze into your toes. You start to wake them up. All right, we'll start to get them a little bit activated. Squeeze in, waking them up. Okay, and start to like bring your heels off a little bit more. So test your balance. Come up a little bit higher. Excuse my little cracks. I'm sure I'm not alone on this one. Ankles tend to be a little bit cracky. So just moving forward and back. And take one up. And then I want you to do big rotations. Okay, so take it right up on the toes. Big rolls of the ankles. Coming up through the hip. And then we're going to go back the other way. So big rotations. Trying to get into your heel to the outside toes. And we're going to create some heat in the ankle, get that blood flow going. Awesome. Let's take it to the other side. It feels really nice actually. They've probably been quite stiff for the majority of this week so far. So just taking a bit of time, even though they're a small area, they do a lot for us. So let's just take a bit of time to give back to those little parts of our body. And back the other way. Good. So moving just round small circles. Awesome. So from here we're going to squeeze into the squat, come up onto your toes a little bit more and make this a little bit more dynamic. And as you bring your hips forward, just slightly scoop them a little bit in front of your knees. And again, testing that balance. The feet should be nice and warm to take us through some balancing moves, some stability moves as we roll through the session. Good. Bringing the arms up a little bit higher. See if we can sink down a little bit lower into that squat. Breathing out as you come up. Really clicky this morning. Okay. Reach the arm. Good work. Okay, we're going to hold this squat down here. Sink down into the floor and just have a wiggle side to side. Keep the chest open. And just try and create like a little figure of 8 with the knees. So you kind of push one back and the other one comes forward. Nice. And just kind of being mindful how the hips are feeling. Good. And we're going to start to integrate the hands. So with your hands, try and push down into your palms. And we're going to lift the fingers up as you transfer your weight to one side to the other. So lift the fingers up. And on the other side, try to fold. So you're folding here into your knuckles whilst the others is flat to the floor. So you peel up and you get this nice stretch through your palms. Good work. Okay. So here we're going to fold the knee down into the floor, rest the back knee and just rock forward and back. Okay, so we're just leaning into this knee. And here we're going to take the palms the other way. So I want you to place your palms up towards the ceiling and just peeling them off and then pushing them back down as you travel the hips forward and back. Good. So getting that stretch through the front of the forearms, into the ankles, into the wrists. Good. And here we're just going to hold, push the hips down a little lower into the floor and try and have your palms flat to the floor. Draw back the shoulders and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. So now we're going to bring back up into that low squat and we're going to transfer the other leg down, relax the back foot, and we're going to rock forward and back here. Good. And again, we're going to get into the hands. Okay, this time I want you to make like a fist. So coming up with straight forearms to palms. Peel away the fingers, and we're just going to move the fingers as we travel forward and back. So they'll be like little spiders as we're sitting back into the hip and we're driving the hip forward. So just moving them as they're flexed with the back of the hands into the mat. Good. Okay, we're going to make now like a tight ball with the hands. So squeeze the fingers, still placing the back of the hands into the floor. And try and draw the fingers into your palms from here. Oh, that's a bit tight. Okay, hold. So now we're going to push, relax the hands. We're going to push the hips into the floor and hold here. Relax the shoulders and push for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. So taking back into that low squat, hips are probably quite heated. And from here, we're now going to extend the legs. So wait to push up. And at the top, we're going to move the shoulders and try and get all of your weight into the heels. So take both hands in front of one foot, hold, and then take the hands over the other foot. So we get this nice twist through the spine. And if you want to, you can carry this round to the side of your ankle to get a little bit more twist whilst extending the legs. Relaxing that head. Good work. All right, let's go one more on each side. So just creating that curvature side to side through that spine. And this comes into a good lat stretch as well. Excellent. All right, so from here, we're going to carry this down into the mat. So placing hands nice and steady into our high plank from here. Now we're going to push the knees back, tap into the floor, drive our chest down. And whilst we're here, we're going to peel up the fingers and drive our forearms into the floor. See if we can get our chin down, peel up the fingers. Take a deep breath in, and now place the fingers down, drive up into that high plank, and bring your shoulders just slightly over the wrists. Good, deep breath in, and exhale, push back into your palms, bring the knees down, push the forearms into the floor, and peel up your fingertips. And this will get nicely into your shoulders. Good. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to travel forward again. Place the hands firmly into the ground. High plank, shoulders over the wrists. Hold. Get the core engaged. And we're going to slowly just post those knees back down. Driving the forearms into the floor. And then peeling up your fingers. Excellent. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to drive, squeeze the fingers into the ground, peel up, high plank, shoulders just slightly over the wrists, hold, squeeze the glutes, lock into that position. 3, 2, 1, and we're going to push back and come into here. All right, so from here, we're going to take a lunge to the side. And we're going to incorporate basically the whole body. We've done this one before. So from here, we're going to take our outside hand. Inside is the same side as the knee. And we're going to scoop that over our head. And then see if we can bring the foot up to meet and come into that stretch. Now, if that stretch is a bit too much, what you can do, reach around the head and get your hand to hold into the other side of the shoulder and hold there for a split second and then peel up, come back over the head and come down into the mat, a little lower. So normally we do the other arm, but we're just making it a little bit more harder. So take the hand furthest away from the knee, loop it around like a halo of the head, and if you can, draw that foot up, hold into that stretch, Or alternatively, just tuck that hand behind the hip. Draw that elbow back, so you open up the chest and then release. Bring it back over the head, peel it down to the floor and hold. Good work. We're going to go 2 more. So, peel away, arm over the head. Make sure the hips are going into the mat. All the way down. If you want, bring that foot in. Sink into the mat or tuck your hand behind your hip. Open out your chest and hold. And then slowly release as you exhale. Peel up the arm back over the head. Come back down into the mat. Well done. I know this isn't comfortable. You have 1 more. Exhale, reach up and over the head. Peel away the arm. Keep the chest open. Slowly introduce the foot or bring that hand around the back of your hip. Opening out your chest, shoulders back. And as you exhale, release, peel it up and over, coming back down to the mat, reset. All right, let's sit back into that hip, have a little breather off those hips for a second, and then we're going to take it to the other side. All right, so other leg comes forward. That's why I don't remember which one just done. So here, so this one comes in. All right, so we're going to do the same. So relax the back leg, okay, and then from here, not the inside hand, but the outside hand, we're going to peel it away over the head. Either place it in by your hip or introduce that foot, hugging it in close to your hip. Slowly release. On that exhale, peel it up and over the head and come down into the floor. Just take it nice and slow and don't force. So this is quite a big move. If you feel like it's not moving, like especially introducing the foot, then don't, and just hug it round by the outside of your hip. And just hold for as long as you want to. Release, exhale, peel it back up over the head and come back down into the mat. Well done. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, peel away the arm, up over the head. Option to hug in towards your hip, okay, or introduce that foot, sinking down into the mat. Good, and hold. Exhale, release, slowly peel the arm back over, back into the floor. Good. All right, 2 more here. So breathe in. Exhale, peel away. Introduce that foot or take it past the hip and hold. Good, and exhale, release. Peel away the arm up over the head and back into the floor. Well done. All right, nearly there. 1 more. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, peel over the head. Either sit it into your hip or introduce the foot to extend that stretch and come into that stretch and hold. 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Peel it back over. Come down into the floor. 3, 2, 1. And sit back into those hips. Just have a little breather there. Woo! That's heated, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so coming on to all fours and we're going to go through our spine. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips and come into our cat-cow. So we're just going to slowly release through the spine. So firstly, just round through that upper back, that mid-back, tucking your chin in. Take a nice deep breath in. Open out, peel away the shoulders back down into the ribs and create as much curvature as you can. Exhale. Let's go into the opposite direction, pushing away through the palms, separating your shoulder blades. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. Open out. And really get as much as you can, the movement from your lower back. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Move to that position. And we're still creating tension in our hands, pushing against the floor. Deep breath in. Good work, opening out that gaze. So I want you to really work within your diaphragm now. We're going to take a few more times here. Get your belly to expand and really push out. Get some energy into your bloodstream. So take a deep breath in. Enlarge your rib cage as much as you can. And then using your diaphragm, really push out that air and move with that exhalation. Good. Breathing in and exhale. Get some power behind both breaths. Good, and it really starts to energize, but also wakes up your core, so your diaphragm makes the roof of your inner core. So it's really good to get that moving and working. One more time, deep breath in. And exhale. Roll back, open out the hips. Good work. We're just going to sit back into our child pose and just have a moment here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take one arm forward and one arm behind. And we're going to sink down, and I want you to press your head in towards the mat. So we're going to completely relax this arm here, flat to the floor. And I want you to reach with the opposite hand as far as you can in front of you. Okay, so just try and relax one side, but we're actively stretching the other side whilst also having our head to the side, which gives it a little bit more stretch from that position. Good, and just sinking down. Again, working through your breathing. We're going to hold this for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Let's change the arms over. And we're going to face the other way with our head. So sink the side of our head into the floor. Relax the other side. And this is always quite a good place to just compare how each shoulder feels. So just settle in. Allow that stretch through the shoulder just to take place. Relax the head. And we're going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Okay, we're going to come onto our back. And here, I just want you to take a bit of time just to hug the knees in and just relax the body. I want you to take your hands inside of your knees and just bring your knees apart, but hug your knees in. Flex at the ankles, and here we're just going to take a little roll to the side. See if you can get one foot to tap, and then roll over to the other side to tap. And just a nice little massage into the lower back. Good job. Keeping the knees as far apart as you can. And see if we can push the knees further apart. Slowly rolling. So as you get to here, this is quite a good place to add in a little bit of resistance. And just again, take a bit of time to be mindful how each hip feels, especially as you start to tilt towards the floor. There might be some areas that flare up that grab your attention. Good stuff. Okay, so from here, let's extend one leg down and hug the other leg in. All right, so I want you to slightly extend and take your hands just behind the knee. And from here, we're going to hug in. Keeping one hand in and one hand just below the knee, we're going to take it to the side. Now this is a little bit higher than normal, so we want to get into the hips a little bit more. So just slowly lowering to the side, and then peel the arm away, trying to get your foot flat to the floor, like so. So we want to kind of increase that range by hooking the foot up. You can take that hand underneath the calf, and we're going to look over the shoulder. And if you've got a click of the back, nice. So that feels like a good release. So here we're just going to take a little twist. So from the arm behind, I want you to push the elbow down into the floor, look behind you, and then release. Okay, so head moves, we look behind, we push that elbow in towards the floor, and then we release, look back. Meanwhile, we're still hugging this leg, which gives us that stretch as well. So let's look behind, push the elbow into the floor, peel the other leg across, and release. Good. So we're looking behind, push the arm in towards the floor, and release. Good work. One more here. So looking behind, moving that neck, driving the elbow in towards the floor. Good work, and release. Okay, so from here we're going to change the legs over. Quite a bit of time in that stretch, so hug that knee in. I'm going to take it behind the knee, slightly extended. Okay, and then slowly roll over. This is the important bit that we do this really slowly. Okay, taking the arm behind, hugging that knee in towards the floor. We're going to do the same. So we're going to look behind, we're going to drive this elbow in towards the floor and release. Drive the elbow in towards the floor and then we're going to release. Okay, so it's the arm behind, we're just starting to activate and release, which allows us to stretch a little bit more over our normal range. So activate and pushing that elbow in towards the floor and relax, look back. Good. 2 more times. Pushing the elbow in and relax. Good job. 1 more time. Palm up, push the elbow in towards the floor. Excellent, and release. Okay, bringing that leg back over. And again, let's go into our little roll. And then we're going to take the feet up over the head and start to release our lower back and our mid back and our upper back. So from here, we're going to just hook up the feet to start. And just allow your knees to come in towards your head. And just get used to that position first. Breathing, getting your balance. And then when you start to get past that comfort stage, we're just going to slowly walk our hands up the back so our knees come over a little bit further. You'll start to feel that stretch through the spine, but just try to relax. As your back, as the stretch starts to transfer up the spine. So just breathe. Good. And just reading your body. Okay, well done. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to slowly come down. Come up into a little ball and just roll over the back. So it's always quite good to kind of get some movement through the body after you've done quite a bit of stretching. Good work. All right, one more time. And we're going to come up into a seated position. I'm going to take some time through the inside thigh. So here, just hugging the knees, the heels and the toes together, and we're just going to rock side to side. Start to open out the side of the hips. Good, and I just want you to hold to one side and push that knee down a little bit into the floor. Nice deep breaths. Good, and we're going to go up to the other side and push that knee down. Awesome. Okay, let's start to extend the legs. we're going to travel to one side to the next. So the first thing I want you to do is just to lean down to one side. Okay, and just holding this position. And just wheeling out your feet to where their point of stretch is and just release. Probably find it from the hip. Okay, and from here I want you to take the arm up and over and allow it just to fold over the head and just sink into this position. And actively push that hand away. Awesome. And now we're just going to walk our hands into the middle. So grab hold of the floor in front of you and drive your elbows in towards the floor. Again, working through that breathing. And then we're going to walk over to the other side, reaching down, arm up, and then slowly just take it up and over the head to where it feels comfortable, even if you're here, just reaching up with the arm. That's it. And then slowly coming down. Well done. And just holding here. Taking time to breathe. Excellent. And 3, 2, 1. And bring back into the middle and shake your legs. Bring them together. Okay, let's come into a comfortable seated position to end. Roll back the shoulders. Get into a nice relaxed position, especially through your hips. So just have a little wiggle through the shoulders and just get into a nice comfortable position. All right, so first thing we're going to do, we're just going to bring the chin into the chest and just introduce the hands on the back of the head and just actively stretch the neck and the back, watching your rib cage rise and fall. Get some energy. One more deep breath in. And exhale. Okay, we're just going to allow the head to tilt to the right and take the hand just above the ear and start to just stretch. And take that hand down into the floor so you feel that stretch travel from the side of the neck to the shoulder, pushing the palm down into the floor and hold. 3, 2, 1. Roll it side to side. And then back over to the left, the hand goes in just over the ear and start to just add in that stretch, rolling the hand into the floor and separating the shoulder and the ear. Take time to breathe. Well done. Good, and 3, 2, 1, and roll it side to side. All right, and then we'll just finish with our face. So taking 2 fingers, index and middle finger, just start to massage in the corner of your jaw. Just release, because there's a lot of tension probably around this area. And it's always quite nice to get a bit of blood flow. Okay, so now we've kind of like warmed up the area. Don't be shy, get in there and aggressive. We're going to now just take it to trigger point. So 2 fingers just go into the corner where you feel the tension. And we're going to push for 3. So push in. 1, 2, 3. Release. And now we open the mouth. Good. It's coming again. And we push for 1, 2, 3. And release. Open the mouth. Wide as you can. Lovely. 2 more. And push in for 1, 2, 3. And release. Open the mouth. Good job. A little massage. We go in again. One more time. Push in and hold. For 1, 2, 3. Release. Open the mouth. Good. Relax. Have a little bit more massage. Work your way up towards the temples, just smaller circular movements. Good work. Coming back down. Slowly shaking off the hands. Rolling through the shoulders. Get the body moving again. And we're going to slowly just stand up to bring the feet into the floor. Heels into the floor. Straighten the legs. And we're going to slowly just come up to that straight position. Bring our arms behind. Peel away till you get your hands to the top. Tiptoes here. Take a nice deep breath in. And breathe out. Come down. Come back up onto those tiptoes. Take a nice deep breath in. And out. Come up to the top. And there you have it. Well done, guys. How was that?